go ahead and get yourself a chair for the beginner class. If you're gonna roll into the entire hour, you also wanna get some dumbbells if you have some. All right, so it's 2 o'clock. We'll go ahead and get started. We're doing the first session as a 15-minute beginner session. We'll be going over a lot of form and different modifications. The only thing that you will need today is a chair. And this is really just to give you some modifications for the push-up. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do, get to that mat. We're gonna keep it really nice and light. So we're just gonna go ahead and just hit that stepping, jumping jack. And I'm just gonna get that timer started because right after I roll into this class, I'm rolling into the intermediate class, which you can feel free to stay on. So we're getting that stepping lunge, getting that full range of those arms. Really nice as you do these, keep that core nice and tight. So we're just gonna bring that belly button towards the spine by bracing those abs. And then if you can too, the entire midline, keep those glutes nice and tight. Good. And if you feel really good here and you want to increase that intensity, go ahead and add that jump. I know some of you have those hops, so use them. Get that full range, reach high to the sky. Bring those arms all the way down and all the way up. Whew. It's kind of nice to step away from everything of the day, work, family, everyday stress. Big breath in, let it all out. Good. We'll go for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and shake it out. Next thing we're gonna do, sitting in center of that mat. Now I want you to lift that knee and that opposite arm up. So we're gonna work on our balance coordination, getting those hip flexors. Again, keep that core tight. So knee to the sky, opposite hand all the way up, and switch legs. And reach with both that hand and that knee. Get that knee as high as you can get it. Keep that foot directly underneath that knee, in line with the hip. Feel that weight transfer onto the opposite foot. Really just reach. Core is braced. So again, that belly button is in towards the spine, and your glutes are nice and tight. Good. You're gonna reach, keep going here. All right, if this feels good for you, you wanna stay here, that's great. If you want to add that hop with that high leg and reach, go for it. Just increases the intensity a little bit. Brings a little bit more return. But I really want you to be honest with yourself here in this challenge and in these classes, and respect where you are today. Sometimes we step up to the challenge, and it's okay to sometimes step down, especially when it comes to physical activity. You are where you are in your life. Maybe you're coming over an illness, an injury, or maybe you were pregnant, or maybe you just had a baby. Start slow. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Go ahead and grab a sip of water. From here, we're going to get down on our mat. Go ahead and sit in those shins. We're going to go do something called bird dog. It's great for that posterior chain and those glutes. You also get a really good shoulder workout here. So what we're going to do is we're going to place our palms directly underneath our shoulder and our knees directly underneath our hips. So we should have some nice lines. Stay nice and long, especially with that neck. Don't look at your shoes. Don't crank your head and look up at the ceiling. All right, keep that spine nice and long and neutral. From here, we're going to bring that elbow to the knee, and then we're going to reach it out. Driving through that heel, reach forward with the hand, back with the foot. Let's go ahead and switch. Keeping an eye, make sure that palm stays underneath that shoulder. When you're working out, it's all about structural integrity. I always say, like, have your bag of tricks that will help you get stronger, make the moves easier, and reduce your risk of injury. So my knees right underneath my hips and my hands under my shoulders. Just want to say congratulations to everybody that jumped on this challenge, jumped on this call, taking that time for you. I know that we are busy. Everybody's day to day, especially today. In today's crazy world, it's so important to take that time and take care of yourself, even if it's only 10 minutes at 9 o'clock at night. Take those 10 minutes. All right, let's go ahead and hit. We're going to do this side, and then we're going to do 2 more on each side. Feel a nice burn, especially right in those glutes. And switch sides. Good. And switch. All right, we'll do 1 more here. And reach. Good. All right, from here, keeping our hands directly underneath our shoulders. Let's go into some cat-cow. So we're going to stretch this out from the moves we just did. Our head goes up towards the ceiling, belly down, hips up. And let's go ahead and rotate. Bring 1 vertebrae at a time. Head down. Big arch in that spine for that cow. 1 more of each. That cat, getting a really nice stretch here. And back down. Rolling those hips. And bring it to neutral. All right, let's go ahead and stand it up. Grab a sip of water. Next thing I'm going to do, like I said, we need a chair today, is I'm going to show you a modification for that squat. We can go ahead and sit, light tap to that chair and stand. What I really want to see when you're using that chair is you're keeping those knees tracking over the toes, so we don't have valgus knee, and that's when they come on the inside. Puts a lot of pressure on our knees. Really bad for ACL and MCL, so make sure those knees are going out, and we squeeze our butt to stand. We're keeping our spine nice and tall. Just really pinch those shoulder blades back. Try and let those upper traps, the whole neck and shoulders relax. So we hold all the tension. We got a lot of our tension headaches here. Great. Weights in the heels. If you find that you don't have the mobility yet and you're coming into your toes, don't just hit that chair. Just go where you can while keeping your knees over your toes and weight in the heels. If this feels really good for you, let's go ahead and step away from that chair. We're gonna go ahead and squat, full range of motion. Oh, it actually feels really good. It's good stretch at the bottom. Really important when you're hitting that squat here without that chair, you're still engaged in your back. Chest is nice and tall. Good. Awesome. So I do, by the way, a triangle of the chest. Helps me keep my chest tall, reminds me to keep my shoulders back, especially after a day of slouching on the computer. You can also add a little bit more by raising those arms up and down as you move through that squat. And if you have really good mobility in your shoulders and upper back, feel free to interlace those fingers and getting that squat. Makes that a little bit harder while adding more mobility there. Keep those arms straight. Good. Knees over the toes. Whew. Let's keep breathing and moving. Let out anything, any stress. Big deep breath in and just let it out. Awesome. Let's go ahead and complete 5 more. Here we go. 5, waist stays in the heels. 4, knees out over those toes. 3, 2, and 1. All right, we're gonna go ahead and relax. Move that chair's hair out of the way. We're gonna lie down on the mat next, on our backs. This one, we're gonna do some glute hip bridge raises. It's amazing for all the mamas out there. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna keep those heels really close to the glutes. Knees are up, pointed up towards the ceiling. We're gonna bring our back down. As you notice here, when you naturally lay on the ground, you might feel a little gap on your lower spine. So what you wanna do is you wanna really roll that pelvis, the bottom of that pelvis towards your belly button. All right, so that's how we brace our spine. So when I say brace your abdominal wall, what I mean is really rolling that pelvis tightly, bringing that belly button in towards the spine. From here, weight stays in the heels, no weight in the toes. What we're gonna do is we're gonna squeeze those glutes nice and tall. Good. Right, with your hands, keep them on the ground. Press them into the ground if you need a little extra support there with that balance. Be careful not to hyperextend at the top, keeping that core braced. So once that lower back hits the ground, we go right back up. From here, if you feel good, you can go ahead and bring your palms together above your shoulders. But I really want you to focus on trying to get those glutes to fire. What's nice about being virtual here, go ahead and put your hands right on your glutes and feel them squeeze at the top. That's how you know. A lot of us, actually, especially from all the sitting that we do, have a really hard time firing those glutes. Especially if you also do a lot of running or biking. It's really hard to sometimes relearn that movement. Should feel a nice burn right now in the butt. Okay, we're gonna do 5, holding at the top for a second. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Go ahead, slowly roll it down. We'll roll to our side and push up from the ground. Let's go ahead and stand up. And bring that chair back into the movement. Just did a lot of great lower body. Now we're going to hit some push-ups. With that chair, there's some modified push-ups. Feel free to as well use a wall if you feel like this is a little bit much off the chair. But what I wanted to see is those hands are directly underneath your shoulders. And I actually have a soft cushion here, so I'm going to put my hands on the outside just not slip off. And also as well, make sure that those legs are on the mat if you're on a wood or tiled floor. Otherwise, that chair could go slipping out. All right, so it's on that mat for you. You can have your toes out. You're in a nice plank. So I have a nice line between my head, shoulders, hips, knees, ankles. And what I do is I'm going to bring my chest to the base of that chair and bring it all the way up. If this is hard, let's go ahead and bring those knees to the ground. I'm still keeping that long form with my plank, okay? So it's shoulders, hips, knees. Keep my feet off the ground and tap from here. Good, we're gonna add some push-ups here. Let's keep going. If this still feels intense, go ahead and use a wall. Like I said before, appreciate your journey and where you're at. It's much better to start where you can move and do that full range of motion and increase strength from there than to push yourself, shorten your range of motion, which shortens your muscles and then increases your risk of injury. So let's go ahead, be smart and really just be proud of yourself for being here today and wherever you're at in this journey. All right, this is getting hard for me too. We got 5 more here. 5. Keep those glutes tight, core tight. 4, 3, 2. Here we go, last one. Chest to the chair, all the way up. Whew, let's go ahead, move that chair out of the way. Shake out those arms. All right, I'm going to give those arms a break before we go back to them. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to focus on those obliques. The obliques are the muscles that you have right here in the side of your abdominal wall. So what I want you to do is, depending on your shoulder strength and stability, you can, for a harder version of this, and this is actually, I'm going to go from hardest down. So I'm going to do my palm directly under my shoulder. It's really important here to keep that palm under the shoulder to reduce risk of injury. Feet stacked on top of each other. I'm going to add the hip pulses. I bring my hip down until I feel a stretch, and I bring it to neutral, no reason to hyperextend it. Option 2 is I do a nice V split with my legs. So I got a little bit of a scissor here. I'll go to the side. We're going to finish this movement. And if that's your class for the 15-minute beginner class, let's finish this movement. Next option is shoulder, bottom knee down, all right? And we're gonna go ahead and tap. Let's do 10 on each side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Intermediate, you're probably logging on. Go ahead and make sure you have water and a yoga mat. Let's do 10 on this side for the beginner class. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome job, you guys. I will see you tomorrow.
Thank you.
Vince, you're welcome. All right, so we got 15-minute intermediate. Thanks for joining me. We're gonna start right now with some walkouts. So I want you on the top of that mat. And I'm gonna bring my phone. What we're gonna do for today's class after warm up is 45 seconds on, 15 seconds off for those walkouts. Gonna push those hips back stays flat. Roll those hands down to those toes. Walk it out into that plank. No push up at the bottom today. Walk those hands back to your toes. Roll it up back to flat back. And bring it back down to the ground. Walking to that plank. Good. Walk those hands one at a time. Get that nice stretch in those hamstrings at the top. Bring it to flat back. Roll it down to those toes. You got 3 more here, including this one. Plank, hands finish underneath those shoulders. Walk it out one at a time. Flat back. Let's go ahead and round it to those toes. and into that plank. Good. One hand's at a time, back to those toes. For those of you that are just jumping on right now, I'm just doing my intermediate little quick warm up and to plank. All right, good. Walk those hands one at a time back to those toes. Roll it up one vertebrae at a time. Awesome. So the next thing that we're going to do is some split leg lunges. We're going to stand the toe on the back of that foot. Weight is a little bit in the back foot, a lot in that front foot. 90 degrees in the front, 90 degrees in the back. Let's go ahead and do 5 per side here. This is one of our movements today in our 45 seconds on, 15 seconds rest. Let's go ahead and keep moving through this warm up so we don't miss anything here. Right at the top of this, bring that front foot back to the top of the mat. Nice split. Weight stays in the toes in the back foot. Bend it down. 90 degrees in the front, 90 degrees in the back. Shoulders are nicely stacked on top of those hips. Driving through that front heel in the front foot. Feeling that good form, that knee is tracking over those toes. All right, let's go ahead and bring that foot back to the top of the mat. From here, let's go ahead, sit on the mat for the next movement in the workout. Will be glute hip bridge raises with a star. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna have those feet close to the glutes, palms. We're gonna sit underneath those shoulders, get those hips nice and tall. From here, we're gonna now bring the right hand to the left foot. This takes a lot of coordination. So if you just wanna hold that position and hold that glute hip bridge raise, good, reaching to that toe. Whew. Wanna say congrats to everybody for giving yourself the time, jumping on this challenge and jumping into this class. So important to take time for you, for your mental health clarity, and to help you stay productive. I know before this, I was having a horrible day, just wanted to complain all the time. Starting to feel better already, 15 minutes later. Let's go ahead and stand it up. Next thing that we have, we're gonna increase the intensity of the heart rate here with some split squat jumps, tap the ground. Feet go out, we squat, tap the ground, keep those knees over the toes, bring the feet in for a quick hop. This is gonna get our heart rates up. In that squat portion, weights in the heels. Whew. Embrace that breathing. Oh, it feels good to breathe. I hope some people have joined me from out of Vermont, where it's a little warmer. Maybe you're outside. I can only dream of that right now. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. All right. Shake out those legs. The next thing we're going to move into, we're going to be in plank, tapping each shoulder. Make sure those palms are directly underneath the shoulders. And tap on each side. If you need to, modify down by keeping your knees on the ground. And I still want you to be in that plank form. I don't want you to be in tabletop, okay? So bring those hips forward towards the ground, tapping each side of the shoulder. If you are in plank, amazing. Work really hard, keep that butt tight. Don't rotate on those arms and swing those hips, okay? Keep it neutral for 3, 2, 1, and bring those knees to the ground. Slowly stand it up. Almost on our warm up, to hit the heavy part of the challenge. Next part of the workout, we'll do 3 plank burpees. For these plank burpees, the hardest way to do it, hands to the ground, the feet back in a nice plank, bring them up and jump. If you can't jump, go ahead, step it out back one at a time, step it forward, and just reach for the sky, right? And remove that jump. We got one more here, and jump. Good. Next thing is let's move into the challenge So we get those heart rates up. I'm gonna start my timer. I'm gonna do 45 seconds. I want you guys to go hard, push yourself to get those heart rates up. We have 15 seconds break before we'll hit the next movement. First movement we're going to go into is the split squat. All right, here we go. So we got toes down, heel up, 90 degrees in the front, 90 in the back. Going for 45 seconds, halfway. I'm going to tell you to switch. So about 22 seconds in, I'm gonna tell you to switch legs. Keep cycling that weight. Be very careful not to crash your kneecap into the ground, okay? Don't let it touch that. If you keep a few inches off, good. Here we go, switch legs. Deep breath in, all the way into the abdominal wall. Let it out. Here we go, hands on the hips, triangle on the chest. Whatever you need to do to keep the shoulders up. And rest. All right, let's go into that next movement. We're gonna do glute hip bridge raises. And here we go. So heels are by the glutes, opposite hand to the opposite foot. If you can't reach the foot, that's okay. Just bring it to that shin. Keep those glutes as high as you can keep them. So you want to make sure those butts are engaged. Feel that burn on the outside. Nice job, you guys. Here we go. 15 seconds left. If this hurts and is hard, trust me, I think you can push through it. Here we go. I should say if it's difficult. If it hurts, send me a chat. We'll find a little modification. And rest. I don't want you to push through pain. You may have strained a muscle. You don't want to get injured, but if you feel a little like, oh, this is hard, you can push through that. All right, next movement. Woo! We got the squat jumps and go. 45 seconds with a tap. Tap that ground, bring those feet in and out. Good, in that squat. Hips go down, chest stays up. Weights in the heels, knees over the toes. Here we go. Now we're hitting the high interval portion of this hip portion. Awesome. 15 seconds. Nice job, guys. Keep this up. 5 seconds. We're going to shoulder taps next. And rest. Grab that water. Short breaks. All right. 3 seconds, shoulder taps. Up into plank. Tapping those shoulders. Keeping those hips square at the ground. If you have to, just keep moving. Use the knees. It's way better to modify the movement and keep going. I was telling the beginner class, you have to appreciate where you are today in your fitness journey. Everybody has a story. Everybody has easy times. Everybody has hard times. Everybody gets in the shape of their life, and everybody loses it and starts over. So respect it, because consistency is king. That's all that matters. And rest. Woo. Oh. All right. Plank to burpees. Holy shoulder heart rate smasher. And go. Bring those feet up. Back in. Big jump. Step it out if you have to. Just get that heart moving. Body moving. Really hit that plank. Neutral spine. At the bottom. Woo! All right, 15 seconds left. And last one, rest. During heart rate monitor, chat us, let us know what your max heart rate was. Okay, next, without the taps, going into squat jumps. We got 2 minutes left of class. Here we go. In that squat stance. Weights in the heels. Good job, guys. Here we go. I'm gonna be warmed up for this advanced class. Feel free to stay on. All you need is some dumbbells. Keep it moving. Me too. I gotta kick my own butt in gear. Nice job, guys. Less than 15 left. Woo! Three, 2, 1. Awesome job. Let's go and take a quick stretch. Grab that water. Just had a really awesome 15-minute full body burn there. If you felt really good and you don't feel like you're done, stay on for the advanced class. We'll go over modifications, or go ahead and do this one round again. Split squats, glute hip bridge raises with the star, shoulder taps, plank to burpees, squat jumps, 5 movements. Let's go ahead and stretch out those shoulders. My heart rate's still going. Still at 150. And go ahead and switch. Awesome today, first day, tongue-tied. Awesome first day, guys. First day intermediate class. All right. Great job. We're gonna roll right into the advanced. Record that advanced class, start my timer. For our advanced class today, if you have some dumbbells, that would be awesome. What we are going to do is we are going to do 2 12-minute Amraps. And for those of you that don't know what an Amrap stands for, it's an acronym for as many rounds as possible. So we're gonna hit the 12-minute domain. Once that clock starts, we're gonna try and get as many rounds, as many rounds plus reps in those 12 minutes. If you feel really good, just fly on by me. If you're behind me, enjoy where you are at today in your journey. You can always hit this workout again after 30 days to see where your fitness is taking you. I guarantee that you will see an improvement. So the movements that we're doing in our first AMRAP is shoulder press, split leg lunges, and a devil press. It's gonna get the heart rate going. You finish with the devil press for that first round. And after you finish that first round, the clock's still ticking, so you're going right back into that shoulder press. Taking break where you need to keep your form. I really want to emphasize form. From there, you're going to go into your second AMRAP of dumbbell snatch, thrusters, and burpees. Again, actually those last 2 movements are going to get the heart rate up, and we're going to go into that next round. All right, let's go ahead. I'll bring my timer over here. So in the first 12-minute AMRAP, we're going to do 7 repetitions of the shoulder press, of the split leg lunges, and the devil press. Let's go ahead and warm up these shoulder press. Shoulder press can really be done strict, so we keep those hips. We're over-exaggerating an anterior tilt here. I'm going to roll those hips towards my belly button and core is tight. I'm just going to strict press. All right, the other option is a push press, a slight dip, very slight. I'm not asking you to do a squat, just a little dip. We're gonna get nice and aggressive, keep that core engaged, drive that head through at the top. Biceps should line up with the ears for that shoulder press. From there we have split leg lunges. If you're feeling super awesome in your leg strength, go ahead and use 2 kettlebells or dumbbells. I like to use one, hold it by the bell, weights in the toe, the back foot, and in the front heel. You're gonna go ahead and do 3 per leg. You're gonna step it back, converting in the next 3. 90 degrees in the front, 90 in the back. All right, from there, we have the devil press. Last timer, our devil press. This is where things will get interesting, all right? We hold on to the dumbbells the entire movement. So we come down for the burpee. If you feel really good, you hit that strict burpee, feet to the dumbbells. And you're gonna bring these all the way up overhead. Really important to finish with that dumbbell directly over the wrist, the shoulder, the elbow, the hips, the knees, the ankle have that structural integrity. Keep those dumbbells. Let's do one more. You can do that burpee from the knee and up. Keep it close to the body on the way up. All right? All right, so let's go ahead and hit that first 12-minute AMRAP before we go into the next. All right, for some reason, the video got unpinned. Here we go. So first 12-minute AMRAP. We're gonna start with the shoulder press. 7, 7, 7. As many rounds as possible. If you beat me, you beat me. Keep it up. 12 minutes have started. Get those dumbbells up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Awesome. Bring it down. I'm going to bring one dumbbell down. Hold by the bell. I got my split leg lunges. Here we go. 2, 3, 4, and actually we just do 8 per leg because I don't want to make it uneven. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Get super interesting here. Dumbbells to the ground. Devil press. Here we go. Let's go ahead and kick it back. Bring those dumbbells all the way up to the ceiling. 1, 2. Nice job, guys. Stay light here and strong. 3. Let all the stress out. 4. 5. Woo! Heart rate should be racing. 6. Last one here. 4. We hit next round. 7. All right, I'm gonna shake it out. Keep going if you feel good. 7. Push press or strict press. Shoulder to overhead. Here we go. 7. Awesome. I'll bring one dumbbell down for myself for that split leg lunge. Chest is over those hips. I'm gonna do 4 per leg. Keep my legs even. 2, 3, 4, and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and switch. Okay, from here, whew, my heart rate needs to go down. If you feel good, right in those double press. We're in round 2. Awesome job, keep this up. Hit that burpee, bring those dumbbells up overhead, all the way up. Those dumbbells stay close to the body. 2. 3. 4. 5. Here we go. 2 more. These are nice and hard. 6. Woo, use those legs. 7. Again, I need to bring my heart rate down. If you feel good, start your round. Shoulder press. All right. Start round 4 here. I do try to stay pretty targeted in a heart rate zone, depending on my goal and where I'm at. Definitely helps with avoiding adrenal fatigue, illness, recovery, and results. All right, I'm down enough. Going back to those shoulder press. 4, 7. 1, 2. Great, bring it down. 1 dumbbell down. Next one's up at my chest. Split leg lunge. Weights in my toes. 4 per leg. 2. And switch. Alrighty, back to that. I feel like all I'm doing are these devil presses. Here we go. Heart rate's in a good spot. Feel free to do a full push-up on your toes. It's just my modification for the end of the day. Here you go. Six. One more. And 7. I'm gonna rest it out, grab some water. We hit halfway on this first AMRAP. Please let me know if you think this is nuts. I'm gonna feel it. My shoulders are burning, but it doesn't kill you, it makes you stronger. We all know at work and personally, hard work pays off. So let's keep it going. 7 shoulder press. Terrific. Bring one down into your lungester. Actually, this is not a lungester. You'll get used to learn that later. Split leg lunge. Four and switch. Deep breaths. I just got carried away there. Sorry about that. It's harder to count, stay focused when you start losing oxygen to that brain. Let's keep it going. If you're hitting those double press again, you have 4.5 minutes left. Let's make the most out of this. The more we slack during the workout, the more we're not gonna like ourselves later. You'll be like, I could have done more. I could have done better. Leave it all out on the floor so that when you go back to work after this, you know you gave it your all. Nice job, guys. Keep this up. One more for me here. By the way, if you're doing a CrossFit style burpee by popping off the floor with your hips. For the remainder of this 3.5 minutes, go strict. It's going to do wonders for your shoulder and actually make it a little bit of harder workout muscularly. You're still going to hit the anaerobic and the aerobic on both sides of both. Here you go. Dip and drive for 7, shoulder over. All right, opposite dumbbell. I'm on those tracks for those lunges. Keep front weight in front heel and in that toe. With back foot. One more, forward and switch. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, dumbbells are down. Oh my goodness, hope my daughter did not just go down for a nap at 2:45. Double press. Here we go, back to the dumbbells. Hit those burpees. 1. 2. 3. 4. 1. Here. I hope I don't hit the set again, but if we do, we'll do it. 7. Time check. 1 minute, 15 seconds. All right, guys. If you're at the end, push hard. Last minute. No breaks. One to the ground. Lunges. Forward per leg. And switch. "30 seconds. You better get on it. Me too. Come on, guys, every rep counts. Woo! Time. That's our first Amrap. Make sure you grab some water. Get those heart rates down. Ooh, rest on those knees. Keep your chest up. Really stand up if you can. Keep that lactic acid moving around the body. Get those heart rates to come down. All right, for Amrap number 2, we're going to have 3 minutes more break. We're doing a 10-minute Amrap to finish out the last portion of the 30-minute advanced class. We have 10-minute Amrap. We're going to do a dumbbell snatch. That's 10 per arm. You can switch alternating to count 20. You can switch in 5s or you can switch in 10. What I really want to see on these dumbbell snatches, you may hold the dumbbell parallel to your feet or perpendicular. What I'm hearing this bad form. What I really want to see is not this. So my glutes are down, my chest is tall, all right? I'm keeping my back as flat as possible, and I'm going to bring this up the center line of my body. And once I can't keep my elbow higher than my wrist, I'm rotating and pressing through. So, from the side angle, hips are lower than my chest, and I bring it up. I'm one that likes to switch every other rep, but I don't switch until that dumbbell comes lower than my forehead, all right? No reason to knock yourself out while you're working out. All right, so we keep the chest tall, and you can switch every leg. Don't get lazy, and you will know after this workout if you do. And keep those hips to the sky and bring it up. Your lower back will be lit up, okay? So make sure you get that squat, light tap to the ground. Feel free to bring it every arm. Also, if you notice, I do pause to keep my form, and I don't just let this kettlebell come flying up and down on the way up and down, especially on the way down, I should say. On the way up, it goes straight up. So we're gonna do 20 of those. That's 10 per arm. We're gonna really hit those legs, guys. We're gonna get the thrusters. So you're gonna get those dumbbells. Bring them to the shoulders. Keep your elbows up. Hips go back and down. Weight stays in the heels. And you drive up to bring those dumbbells overhead the top. Make sure you finish with that dumbbell in line, the shoulder, the hip, and the heels in one nice line. Make sure on the way up that your elbows don't drop. That will make you come forward. Put hips up. Will also make you come in those toes. So you're not getting all the way down. That's okay. I'd rather have you stay in the heels, knees over the toes. And then, so after you do those 10, we're doing 10 burpees. All right? This is awesome. We get to start soon. Make sure you grab another sip of water. Doing 10 minutes on the clock. 20, 10, 10. Everybody knows burpee, hopefully. Take your time. I'm not going to count. I'll give you some motivational movements, but you're doing 20, 10, 10. Keep going, 10 minutes. 3, 2, 1. Dumbbell snatch. Here we go. Time to zone out, just move. Nice job. Dumbbell is staying up over those shoulders. It's not floating out, keeping your shoulders safe. Zipping up that onesie. Just stay tall, use those legs. Awesome. Both dumbbells now. Set up your form right. Don't just pick up the dumbbells out the side with your back flat. Set yourself up for success. No injuries. Just getting consistent and strong in 30 days. Awesome. Dumbbells down, top of the mat. You're going to 10 burpees on your own pace, on my own pace. Awesome job. We're all going to be a little bit fitter after today. I need water. This is a hard one, guys. It's not meant to be easy. I really want to make sure once advanced class, you don't leave rested. Come on, we'll push through this together. Use those legs. Don't let your hips stay higher than your shoulders. Keep that good form on the squat snatches. Dumbbell snatch, I mean. All right. Like I said, line up those dumbbells. Don't just hold one and awkwardly reach for the second to one of those thrusters. None of us are going to the Games or Olympics here. We're trying to win a gold medal, so do it right. Do it right, keep it tight. Woo! 2 more, I needed a break. I do burpees. It's only like 10 degrees outside, but I gotta open the window. Nice job, guys. We have 4.5 minutes left of this before we are done. We are done for the day, maybe. We're going back to work. Depends if you're listening to a recording or you're live with me now. Nice job. I'm totally just focusing on keep going, so coaching cues out the window. 3 minutes. Keep your form, guys. Hopefully you're crushing me. If not, you're keeping it together. That's all that matters. Respect where you are today. I've done it all. Been in the best shape of my life. Been in the worst shape of my life. Started from ground zero after I had my daughter. Literally, couldn't even do a push-up, not one. And you come back. Consistency is king. Some days are good, some days are bad, but we push through. That one was sloppy. Let's count. Let's do. All right, dumbbell down. Hope you guys are feeling like I'm feeling it. Dumbbells where you need them. Start this set with good form. We got 90 seconds left, really 95. Nice job, guys. Every rep counts. We're getting as many rounds as possible. Breathing out on the way up. So my next call starts in 1 minute. We got 48 seconds left. Spin strong. I have to log right off because I'm going right into a meeting like this. Whew. Come on, every rep. Let's go strong. 30 seconds left. Woo! 10. 3, 2, 1. Time. Great job today. Apologize, I gotta go and hurry off to my next meeting.